Hello, it's part 3, string this time. Okay, we need some paint, some scissors to cut the string, little pot, paintbrush, some wipes. Very messy one, this one, but rewarding. Okay, so you would have cut the string to length. I think would be a really good idea, I've decided, rather than you know, involving them in that. Get yourself a paint. We put in the paint. Oh, 1 squirt of paint, a little tiny bit of water. Sorry about me dirty water. Been doing all sorts. Little tiny, I forgot that. The tiniest of squidge of the paint. It all helps later on. So then we would tell them, get your string, and when you pop your string in, try and leave the end out. So perhaps you could hold the end while they're feeding it all in. Tell them to put the string in, and we've got to get the paint on the string. So there we go. And now let's get a couple of bits of paper. I should have had those ready. I've enjoyed this. Got some memories. There's some nice feedback on the bottom of the videos. People saying that they remember doing it with their children and with their grandchildren. So I'm really happy with the, you know, the feedback I'm getting. So I'm glad I've done it now. I didn't know whether it would be any good, but you know, even if it just brings back a memory for one person, that's cool, isn't it? Right, so we leave the string hanging out, and we tell them to put the string however they want on the paper. Okay, little wipe at this point, have ready, because your fingers are always going to get a little bit. So put the paper on top, and we tell them to pat the paper down. I should have turned it this way, sorry. You can either hold the paper for them and get them to pull the string out. Make sure you've covered all the way around, where, you know, wherever you're doing it, make sure you've covered on the floor and what have you. And then we get them to pull the string out. You can tell them to wiggle it as they bring it out, and you can hold your hand on, and that way it makes it more fun for them. Okay, ready? Let's have a look. Isn't that lovely? But we're not going to stop there. I've already got a couple more, which, you know, you're going to be sitting playing with them, so you will be doing them while they're sitting there. Oh, I've got a knot. I've got a knot. Technical hitch. I have a knot. All right, there we go. Little wipe of the fingers. Comes off. See how easy it comes off with that little bit of liquid in there. Oh, nearly forgot my end again. Bring that to the edge. And there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. One more. One more. Just so you can see all the colours, just so you can see, you know, it doesn't foul. Little end sticking out, and then press down on it again, and let's see. Lovely, something different. Little string paints. This is one I had a little practice. Doesn't look like a crocodile. If you put a painty eye there and draw some teeth, that would be a talking topic with them, wouldn't it? Because every painting looks like something different. So there, that's string painting. Next is going to be, the next part will be potato printing. So, you know, hopefully everyone will have a potato. Now, I would suggest that we're going to perhaps cut them out beforehand. Just leave you know, the easy peasy one to do in front of them, because obviously the knives, we don't want to encourage them to be seeing all that. So we might cut them out beforehand. Anyway, there you go. Before I go, there was a comment that, you know, if they'd known this when they were young, and I said that's how I felt if I'd had this knowledge with my children, you know, it could have enriched their playtime. And 25 years ago, one of the parents said it to me. I wish I know to do all this. You should do a how-to. And I did an open evening for the parents, and it was a full house. I had 50 children over the week, 30 children a day. I sent out the invites to 50 parents, and I had a hall full. We set up easels and sticking tables and all sorts, and we let the parents play. I give them a little chat about, you know, what they're learning through play, maths, science, you know, everything. Obviously vocabulary, where we're talking to them and encouraging them to talk to us. And while the parents were doing these activities, my staff were going round and saying, don't put that there, put it there. And we could actually feel the tension in the room change. And it was comical, it really was. And anyway, we got them, when they cleared all up and they went back, and I said, some of you parents, when you were doing your activity, our staff told you where to place stuff. How did you feel about that? And the parents, it was so sweet, the parents put their hands up, and they said that they you know, they were upset by it. It upset them because they were doing what they wanted to do. And I said, and that's what we do to children. It is human nature, when we see something, to turn it or alter it or tell them where to put it. And that is a big part of playing with children, letting them having that free expression, letting them, you know, go with the flow and enjoy it. And as social services, you know, push on every play group and every school, it's learned through play. And you know, every child develops at their own pace. And it was a lovely evening. We had so much feedback from them, and I really felt that you know, was a smashing part of the playgroup journey. That they you know, they experience what their children experience. I still do it now. When the little ones are drawing. I say, how about this? And they go, well, I'm doing this. And I think, well, you know, you're strong. You're not easily led. And off Nanny goes and does her own picture. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Potato printing next. Easy peasy one. You've probably all done it 1,000 times, but there might be a few people out there that haven't. And anyway, thank you for joining me. Bye everyone, bye. Oh, don't forget, press the subscribe, press the bell, and then you'll get, when I upload number 3, it will come straight to